All right. So here we are with a brand new one that they just came out with yesterday. Learn basic debugging by building a random background color changer. We're doing this one fresh, just like we've been doing. Debugging is the process of going through our code, finding any issues and fixing them. In this project, we're going to help CamperBot build a random background color changer and help them find and fix errors. Them. I thought it was just one thing. Whatever. Help it find and fix errors. There we go. Let's go to step one. All right. Change the background color. Change the background color. Okay, so that's how we do it. Start coding. Let's go. So here we are, step one. CamperBot is trying to build out a random background color changer, but it keeps running into issues and needs our help to debug the code. CamperBot has already added the HTML and CSS for the project, but it is confused as to why none of the styles and content is showing up on the page. When it's opened up on this console, when it opens up the this is so stupid. When it's opened up in the console, this message is seen. How about that? Syntax error, unknown, unexpected token, expected, comma, 5 and 2. Well, this is actually pretty good, actually. Syntax errors are thrown when the JavaScript engine encounters something it can't interpret. In this case, it looks like CamperBot has syntax errors in the dark colors R array. Yeah, what? How do you know that? 5.2? 5.2, what? Oh, I guess it's got to be in this. All right, whatever. What? How do you know though? 5.2. Is it on 5 and 2? How do you know? Anyway, whatever. So we're going to fix the syntax errors in the dark colors R array, and we should see the content and styles show up on the page. Okay, well, clearly we're going to need to throw some commas in there. I mean, it'd be pretty hard not to notice what was missing. That looks good. All right, there we go. Change background. What? Oh, we didn't even look through the styles. So let's look at this. Nothing major. Let's look at this one. Nothing major. Okay. What? There we go. So yeah, there we go. We got that going on. Let's check the code. Looks good. And submit it. All right, now we're on to step 2. So now CamperBot is trying to create a function that will return a random index from the dark colors R array. But it has run into the following error message. Uncaught reference error. Math is not defined. A reference error is thrown when a non-existent variable is referenced. In this case, it looks like the CamperBot is trying to use math, but JavaScript doesn't have a math object. We're going to fix CamperBot's error in the math.random line and open up the console again. Yeah, this has to be capital. We've done this so many times. It's got to be capitalized. Check it, looks good, and submit it. There we go. Yeah, that looks sketch right off the bat. So let's go over here. Step 3. So now that the reference error is resolved, the console is displaying the correct results for a random number between 0 and 9. But CamperBot was not expecting to see decimal numbers like these. No, what? We're going to update the console statement to print a whole number between 0 and 9. And we'll remember that we worked with a method in the role-playing game that rounds numbers down to the nearest whole number. Yes, we did. I think. Anyway, so we're going to get this math.random here. What do you want us to do? To print the whole number. So let's just get this whole thing because it's all being multiplied. And let's go and wrap this thing in parentheses. And then in front of the parentheses, let's say math dot, what do you want? Round down? Math.floor? I think that'll do it. Check the code, looks good, and submit it. All right. Now we're going to copy this. Go open up a new one, paste it, press enter, get rid of this, and now we're on to step 4. All right. So CamperBot is finished with building out the getRandomIndex function, and it is working as expected. Okay. But now it's running into this issue when trying to create a reference to the body element in the DOM. Uncaught type error document.querySelector is not a function. So a type error means that the code is trying to perform an operation on a value that is not of the expected type, believe it or not. We're going to fix the type error by updating the document.querySelector method to the correct method name that selects an element from the DOM. QuerySelector. QuerySelector all? Is that it? No. This needs to be capital, this S, don't it? Yeah, that's all it took. All right, and submit it. All right, so now we're on to step 5. So CamperBot has created a new variable called BG hex code span element to store the reference to the span element with the ID of BG hex code. However, when it tries to log that variable to the console, it gets null. Aw. Null is a special value in JavaScript that represents the absence of a value. Yes. This can happen when we try to access a property of an object that doesn't exist. So in this case, CamperBot is not passing in the correct selector to the document.querySelector method. We're going to fix the document.querySelector BG hex code line so that it correctly selects the element with the ID of BG hex code. What is wrong here? ID? Oh, since it's not an ID selector, we can't just go around and since it's not document.getElement by ID, we can't just go around saying it's just some words. No, we have to put the hashtag in front of it. Isn't that right? Sure is, I hope. Let's see. Check the code looks good and submit it. All right, now we're on to step 6. So CamperBot has now created a function called change background color that changes the background color of the page to a random color from the dark colors are array. Okay. The function also displays a hex code for that new color. What? CamperBot has now created a function called change background color that changes the background color. Okay, yeah, okay. Anyway, so when it tries to test out this function, it notices that the background color is not changing and the text shows the following. I'm not calling a robot they. It's never happened. That's ridiculous. It's an it. Hex code undefined. Yes. What are we doing? When we test out, they notice the background color is not changing and the text false. Hex code undefined. Okay, undefined is showing up here because the color variable is not being set correctly. Okay. We're going to fix the error in the dark color R get random index line so that the color variable is set to a random color from the dark color R array. Dark colors R array. Okay. Fix the error in this so that the color variable is set to a random color. What? What's the error here? Color, dark colors are get random index. Should it be dot get random index? Hold on, what's get random index give us? No, it gives us a random index, yeah. Dark colors are at get random index. Hex code undefined. What's the problem here? We're going to fix the error in the dark colors are get random index line so that the color variable is set to a random color from the dark colors are array. What's wrong though? Should it be +1? Dot length -1? No, that can't be it. Because if it's 0, no. Yeah, that can't be it. What are we doing? fix the error. Look, now I'm bug fixing. It's not being set correctly. Const color this. Does it need to be a let? No. We should call the get random index function. Haha, there it is. And check the code looks good and submit it. All right. And now we're going to copy this, open up a new one, paste it, get onto here, get rid of that one, and now we're on to step 7. So CamperBot is trying to create a new variable called btn to store the reference to the button element with the ID of click button. However, when it tries to log the button element to the console, it sees that the button element is null. Okay, we're going to open up the index.html to see the correct ID name for that button element. Then we're going to fix the error for the document.querySelector click button ID element line. Okay. So CamperBot's trying to create a new variable called button to store this. However, when it tries to log the button element to the console, it sees that the button element is null. What's wrong here? Const button equals document.querySelector click button. Is this a class? No, it's an ID. Open up the index.html to see the correct ID name. Oh, okay, so we're coming over here. What is it? Click button? Button. Button? Let's get rid of this. No, but that's a class. ID is button 2. Okay, let's check the code. Looks good. And submit it. All right. So now we're on to step 8. So CamperBot has finished building out the random background color changer. Not there. However, when it clicks the button, when the button's clicked, or whatever you want to say other than this, the background color does not change. This is so distracting, honestly. However, when it clicks the button, the background color doesn't change. So this doesn't change when the button's clicked. It looks like it's trying to use the onClick property, but it is using it incorrectly. That's so distracting. The onClick property should be assigned a function reference. It looks like that it's trying to use the onClick property, but it is using it incorrectly. Oh, okay. So we're going to use the onClick property. The onClick property should be assigned a function reference. We're going to fix the error in button.onClick, change background color like this line. Well, remember that we worked with the onClick property in the role-playing game object. And we're going to look back at the final solution to see how... No, we will not. We will go over here. We will say onClick JavaScript. Boom. And we will go right here. Here. We will look at this. OnClick equals event and then this. Yes, that's what we're going to do. OnClick equals the event, the arrow, and then the object. Okay. Ugh, it's freaking June already. Oh my God. These pandering, disgusting degenerates. Anyway, so we're going to remember that we worked on the... At least these guys don't do that. We're going to remember that we worked with the onClick property in the role-playing game project. We're going to look back at the final solution and see how onClick was reduced. Or we'll go over here. Once we fix that final bug, the random background color changer will be working. So, but not onClick. So that's not how we do it. We're going to do onClick equals event. No. No. That's not it. Can't be it. But not onClick equals... Well, that's not going to work either. So we're going to need to have the... I guess we are going to have to do that. Let's go over there and check that out. Open this. Come over here. Open this. Right there. Let's come over here. pyramid generator. No, look at this. They added more. Thanks, guys. Role-playing game. Sure. How about that? Let's come in on here. On click. Where's that? Jeez, we're going to have to go through the whole thing. On click right here. Awesome. Button dot on click equals ghost tour. Oh, get rid of these. Get rid of the parentheses. Boom. Check the code. Looks good. And that's the end of that. And submit it. That's the end of that right there. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. All right. So that's the end of Learn Basic Debugging by building a random background color changer. And now I'm going to go on to doing the Pokemon project probably tomorrow. I don't have a lot of time left today. It's 3:43, but probably tomorrow this. But you can go on to whichever one you're on to next. And where were we? Here. And